Well, I found a trail that I never been, and I saw some guys coming up here with a old Blazer Suburban, not the Blazer, the Suburban from the 70s. And four guys, and I went down to the campground. There were no hunters. There was only a woman, a couple with some children, and the host. That's it. So if they were there, they're gone. So I'm gonna explore this trail, put her on 411, and see how it goes. Now I followed another road, a short one, and the minute I turned into the road and I looked up on the mountain, there's some houses. And I'm saying to myself, how in the hell did I get those houses built up there? There's got to be a road, obviously. So I went down to the bottom, and there was a community of RVs. There were about 6 or 7, and they had a big water tank. So those people are living there. It's either a vacation home, or some people just want to live their retirement out here. Bring a lot of supplies. And they bought a piece of land that it wasn't part of the national forest, and that was surprising. I didn't know that was allowed here on this side. Okay, let's keep going. At least I get a little bit of music. Okay, I don't need 4 low. Let me put this in 4 high maybe. And just realized that when I bought the truck, I changed the oil and cleaned the ducts and get all the dust and the dirt and everything. But I never checked the differential oil or the 4-wheel drive system. So I gotta take it to a shop and get it serviced. It's working. I don't think it's low on oil, but still gotta be certain to check it. It's in good condition. And it feels like it's a 410. I gotta get under there and kind of look for the stamp or do a test. Lift it and turn the tire and see how many turns for the shaft, and that'll tell me roughly what it is. This looks like it's gonna be I'm getting a scratch already. It's gonna be a long trail here, but it's a nice area. I've never been back here. And I noticed that some of the meadows are dry. This one here has a little bit of greenness. I don't know if you can tell, but in the trees there, they're pretty green there compared to the rest of them. Sometimes these little meadows are soaked. You walk on them and you're going gush, soaked with water. The water's still percolating down the mountain, and it ends up in the little shallow bottoms like this. But I can see that it's getting a little drier. This is a very good area for bow hunting, or Winchester, 308 lever. It's just that didn't see a lot of, I'm looking at the road for any deer crossing, or look at find some tracks. No, they're skedaddle. They're not They're not in this area so far. We're about my altitude watch just froze. Time is 7:33, which is not. It's 12 o'clock right now. It just froze. It didn't die. It just froze in that time, and nothing. I'm hitting the buttons and nothing's switching, nothing's moving. So I gotta take the battery out and reinstall it and see if that clears it. Just haven't had a chance to do it. But the altitude here, I'm guessing we're about 6,500, 6,200 to 6,500. Okay, this here I'm gonna need a little bit of low gear. I don't want to stress the tranny, break something. So let's put it in 4 low, shift it into neutral. There we go. Put it in drive and just let it zip up. See right now? Ooh, it just hooked up right away. I'm getting a lot of confidence in this rig. I still gotta learn it. Gotta get used to it. It's maneuverability. Okay, that was good. Let's switch it back to 4. Don't need to be stressing the system. And I'm glad I got this with the lever, not the knob. So I know it's really in gear. Boy, this area, I've never been here. It's incredible. Of course, if you're not accustomed, if you're not used to the area, one area pretty much looks like the other. You know, a bunch of trees and deep forest. Look at that. And being that I haven't been in this area for years, I know when I came here, well, I'm not going to say the road wasn't here. The road was probably here. I just never paid attention to it. Because sometimes you're driving down, oh God, look at this freaking brushes. They're going to crush the truck. Oh no. Okay, go slow, go slow. Go slow. Don't you hate it when you're scratching the paint? I'm wondering how far back this thing goes in. And of course, I should have brought my GPS. All right, I didn't. I should have brought the GPS, but I didn't. Oh, there's another road in there that's abandoned. Wow. There used to be a Jeep road back in there. Now, speaking of Jeep, I'm having an issue with the authorities. In other words, the Forestry Service or the Bureau of Land Management, I don't know which is the one controls the forest, that they don't allow for you to be riding a quad on these dirt roads. To me, these are dirt trails. I don't consider this to be a road. It's not paved. But then they don't want you to, they don't care. They don't want you to use a quad on these roads. So now I'm considering, I'm going to first make a call. I think I mentioned this once before. I'm going to call one of those departments and find out if I can get a permit. Because I went and talked to Fish and Game, and they said that I could use it as long as that if I have someone else with me to help me drag the deer. And I'm going, yeah, but there's nobody else with me. I'm always by myself doing this. So I want to call, see if I can use the quad, because I don't want to be dragging the whole house, you know, the whole camper through these trails and messing up the vehicle unnecessarily. Oh, listen to that. I should have waxed it before I left. So it's a lot better with a quad. You just zip up and down and you get a deer. You can, load it up to the quad or drag it back to camp. If I can't do it, then I'm considering on selling the quad and looking for a cheap small vehicle, maybe a Suzuki, and they're not cheap. I want them to be cheap, but they're not cheap. Suzuki Samurai or a Jeep, anything like that. Boy, this road keeps going. Let me see the trail. This area is not bad. I think I'm gonna hunt here. Why go back up to the other place? So the point is that, every time you move, you gotta pack up everything. You gotta shut down the camper. You gotta put everything away just to go hunting in a different spot. Instead of parking the vehicle in a nice area, that'll be your base camp, and then you can take your other vehicle and drive around different areas. Try this road, try that road. Oh. And that's why I was thinking of getting a beater upper and just tow it behind the truck. But that means, insurance on the vehicle. It's going to be sitting there most of the year. And then you have to buy the tags for that vehicle, every year. It's costly. And I'm going to scratch it again. This thing is getting tighter and tighter. That's a heavy branch. Well, there used to be a stream here. I can see the stream is bone dry. So I shouldn't be doing this. I really shouldn't be doing this, because I'm gonna mess up this vehicle. All right. There's a big boulder up here. This is not as maneuverable, all blue. And it's not as maneuverable. It's not as maneuverable, my old Blazer. You know what? It looks like this is not gonna open up. It's gonna go to the top. I'm committed. I can't turn around. This thing is so big that I can't turn around. Okay, when I went through that tight spot, and now it looks like I'm getting pretty close to the ridge. There's some good areas down here that maybe they're feasible. Let's see up here. I like to go nice and slow. I don't want to be hitting those manzanilla branches. They're going to scratch the crap out of the truck. Let's see what's over the top. and then I'll make my decision. Am I gonna hunt here or stay overnight, or what we're gonna do. The vehicle that came through here must have been a Jeep, which is narrow. And one thing about Jeeps is I don't know much about them. I've driven a couple, but I don't know much about them. Oh, now we're going down. Oh, nice camping area, and they blocked it with a log on purpose. Look at this, man. Look at that spot on top there, nice and even between those trees back in there, and look what they put in the middle. It's like, that sucks. That would have been perfect right on top there. You know, if I got a mind to, I could maneuver this thing around it, but I don't want to mess up anything. And now I'm going to a hole. I thought it was going to stop up here and end, but it's not. It's not going to do it. All right, I'm going to go down another 200-300 yards, and then we'll see. If I can find an even area that I can park, camp, because if I park on the side in this incline and try to sleep in that bed, I'll be rolling all the way down to the end. I won't be able to get out. It's funny, I've never been back here. Like I said before, this is a huge area. There's a lot of trails that I've never investigated. With the Blazer, I used to go everywhere, but I never been back this way. Ooh, shit! It's a big branch. There's a tree that fell down. They cut it. I don't think there's a place to camp down here. It just keeps going on and on and on. You know what? I'm gonna turn around right here. There's a spot that I can maneuver and turn this monster around. Now it's going down to a ditch, into a big gully there. You know, I'm not gonna. All right, let me let you go, and I'll be back. All right, I got it turned around, and yeah, this truck's got power. I just touched it, and the thing jumped. Got out of the hole. So, heading back out again. Like I said, this is a nice area to come explore with a small vehicle that you can weave through the debris and everything. And if you decide to hunt it, you know, you got your backpack and you got some supplies for a day or so, and you can hunt all day. And then when you're done, you drive back to your camp, where the camper's going to be. You don't have to be hauling the whole camper. Just because it's a pop-up, yeah, it's an advantage that's a pop-up. And that's one of the things I like it, that I'm taking my comfort with me, but not to go through, you know, trails like this, that they're narrow and twist and sharp, and there's There was a big rock on the side, and my camper leg is hanging down on this side, and I almost hit it. I came within an inch or so. So, but this area, look at this. This is very nice. That's a very good huntable hill. I mean, take this out here. Check out the, I'm going to give you a zoom. There might be a good chance that there's a deer up around there. Find some trails and but like I said, I need a place to set this thing down, and this is not it. I mean, that spot is perfect except for the huge log. I mean, if I really wanted to say I want to stay here, I got rope and chain. I can yank that thing out of there. Just give me enough room to back up and get in there, but I don't want to fuck with it. Pardon my French. So, what the hell? Oh, it's from underneath. Yeah, that's a good area. And there's a road up there too. I hate these manzanillas, man. One time I went through with Old Blue and I scratched the hell out of it on both sides. Now, the way it works here in California is that for that mountain to be productive, you got to have a lot of people up in that mountain pushing the deer. If you're up there by yourself, the deer is going to smell you. I have an old video. Let's see how it went. The guy said they can hear you from 1,000 yards and they can smell you 600 yards. If you're not scented, if you haven't covered your clothing, which my clothing is, I wash it with scent kill. And so to sneak up on a deer, you gotta be a very good hunter. Quiet, stealthy, walk in the shadows. That's what I try to do also. But you need to help other people, even though they're not with you. If you know they're up there and they're moving around, they're pushing deer, they're moving deer around. Deer's not gonna sit there and live for somebody to walk up to them. They're gonna smell them or they're gonna hear them coming. They're gonna get up and move. And if you happen to be in their way, boom, you got a shot. So all these mountains, if they have any deer at all, because like I said before, the mountain lions are just wiping them out. This is going to end up being a national, instead of being a national forest, it's going to be a national park. Because that's what they want. They don't want people hunting. And they're doing everything to make it difficult and frustrating. That's why they don't want you to camp anywhere on this side of the road. It says vehicles only park on the spur on the road. Well, there's no spur. They don't have any spurs on the road. I got a lot of friends that they used to hunt, and they go out of state. They go to Colorado, and they go to, they go to Utah. places like that, because there is deer there. There's a lot of deer. And I said, well, why is it that we don't have the same amount of deer down in California? What's the difference? We got the forest, we got the water, the rivers, beautiful meadows. Why is it that you don't see deer grazing in the meadows normally? Oh, here's that rock. I gotta watch it now. Freaking boulder, man. Right on the edge on the road. And the other one is on that side too. Let me show you guys what I mean. It's a big boulder right there. It's the size of a sofa. Okay, now the legs on this side, they're up. On the other side, it's not. So, let me see. Jesus Christ. Then I got this huge one in front of me. And I got one on the side that I can't see. Let me see, let me move the mirror down here. Where'd it go? Well, I'm sitting right on the side of it. So let's see. Forward. Slow. I'm gonna hit that rock. Jesus Christ. Look at that. I'm right on it. I'm right on it. Oh fuck, I knew it. I'm pushing in the bumper. Yeah. Don't believe this. I gotta get off and see what the hell I'm doing here. All right, later. Well, this is something weird. I thought I smashed the bumper. Look at the bumper. Nothing. Nothing. And then the rock is very far away from the truck. And here I have about 24 inches, so they got plenty of room. So the noise I was making, it might have been the gears, I don't know, but now I got a problem. I got so close on this side to get away from that rock that look what happened here. There's no way I'm gonna climb that rock with the tire. So it's, I gotta back up. And that's, oh, now I see what happened. The step. Now, how did the step get down like that? Let me see the other side. Because I was hearing that noise. Yeah, this side is okay. So I ripped the shit out of the, oh my God. All right, well. Something to repair when I get home. It didn't touch the body, but it sure made a mess out of this. Oh, it's even hanging. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let me get out of here. See, that's why I don't want to do the trails with a camper. I do not want to screw up this truck like I did here. That's going to be an issue down there. Fix it. I do not want to do that. I have to get another vehicle for this type of shit. Tow it in the back and then go to the trails. All right, guys. Later. Well, there it is in the mirror. I got out of it. And I got the issue of the hanging side step, so I'm gonna find a place that I can get my tools and see if I can get under there and try to repair it or remove it. Because if it twisted it down like that, it probably tore the running board underneath the door, or I don't know. I'm not gonna do this again. That was stupid. You know, I wasn't paying attention. I made it on the way up, and on the way down, I just wasn't paying attention. I just got too close, trying to avoid that other rock. Let me get the mirror back in line, because I was worried about the leg on the camper. That I have to remove that. I mean, I don't need it to bring it on the trip. I'm not gonna drop the camper or anything. I'm gonna remove all three of them. And mainly the issue. That's why I was trying to get away from the rock, and look what happened. I made it worse. So yeah, new another vehicle, or just say the hell with it. Drive around until I get caught with the quad, and I said, you know, you gotta give me a permit. I can't walk all these on foot. I'm screwed up as it is. Okay. All right. Well, you've seen the scenery on the way in. It's the same scenery on the way out. Later. Okay, so I got out of that trail, got back on the dirt road, and then pulled over to just before I get on the main road here. And I got underneath and looked, and the bolts got ripped from the body, and the bracket has two bolts. So the ones on top are hanging on. So it's not going to fall off. I was hoping, I hope it won't. I kind of swing a little bit and see if I can push it up, but it needs metal work. So the idea is that I'm going to, I stopped, you know, and I said, I'm leaving. I'm going home. I'm not going to be driving around with this thing hanging like that. Before I did, I went and took a white bath, changed clothing, cooked some lunch. I had the leftover tamal with the pork. I had that, and a soda, and tidy up everything, and we're leaving. So I left at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to get here around 7, and now I'm leaving around that time. It's almost 2. So I'm gonna get home around 7 or maybe 8. I'm gonna be getting that afternoon traffic. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So didn't see any more hunters and didn't hear a shot. There's no point in sticking around another day. I was gonna go to another spot, but I already did a different spot, which is the one that screwed up my step. And I'm not going to stick around for another day if there's no action going on. You don't hear nobody shooting, or I went through the camp. I didn't see any deer hanging or anything like that. So this season is not, maybe later when it cools off and the deer start moving. Right now it's warm, and either they're down by the river or they're up high where I can't go, super high. I can't go up there. It's too much for me. So I gotta make some decisions here. I can't be driving this vehicle on four-wheel drive trails like that and incurring this kind of damage. So I think that I'm gonna do when I get home is to repair it. I'm gonna put a plate. I'm gonna screw a plate with self-tapping screws, you know, the good hefty ones, and then drill a hole where that bolt's gonna go through, and hopefully that'll do the job. I have to get under there and study it and see what I can do to repair it. Okay, so This is a lot of terrain. You know, I think I'm gonna change altogether. I'm not gonna hunt the mountains anymore. I'm gonna start hunting around farmlands. The problem is that everything is privately owned. But I'm gonna start researching and finding out where I can go in areas that I have a better chance of catching a deer, even if I have to go to Utah. Utah's got a lot of farms, and I know a couple of spots too, so I can go and see if I can get a tag next year if I get lucky. All right, guys, this is gonna be a long drive. I'm not gonna stop for anything, so I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. A quarter and a half of gas, and that's enough to get to the town, and then gas up over there. All right, later.